The business that I have poured my heart and soul into for the last 3 years is completely failing. A lot of times people get on the internet and they try to sell you this perfect life that they don't live and only show themselves at the pinnacle. But I decided to document my real authentic journey of the fact that I struggle every single day to build this business, being in my early 20s, and all of the trials and tribulations that come with it. I think what people are craving in this day and age is just some authenticity, something real, because we have all become so immersed in this fake world that we have built through social media. But I was not born like that. I can't help but be a real ass motherfucker. So that's exactly what I'm going to do on here. The truth is, I've been building a personal brand for about 3 years. I've made virtually no fucking progress. I post 4 to 7 YouTube videos every single week that nobody watches. And I've been posting hundreds of videos on short form platforms that have virtually gotten no traction either. I work a 9 to 5 job, 40 hours a week, and then I make my videos on my days off, just trying to make this thing happen, trying to make this vision and dream that I have a reality. All in all, I'm working about 60 hours a week trying to make this dream come true. Living pretty much paycheck to paycheck, breaking even most of the time, not having any sort of extra money to invest or do anything to further my future. But despite that, I still show up. And the reason for that is because the reason I started this in the first place is because I just wanted to make an impact on people. For so many years, I was severely depressed, I had terrible anxiety, and I was just purely a victim of life. I was the laziest person that you would ever meet in your life, and I went to bed every night hoping that I wouldn't wake up the next day. This was my reality for a big chunk of my life. I fell into addictions for many years. I fell into getting girlfriends back to back to back, trying to escape myself, trying to run from myself, thinking that I wasn't good enough. And through finding God and through the miracle of Him saving me from myself, I essentially turned my entire life around in the matter of 3 months. I found people like David Goggins, and they inspired me to be brutally honest with myself, to push myself, first physically and then mentally. And that's what inspired me to turn on the camera for the first time. I still struggle the way that I struggled back then. I've just become stronger than all of the pain. I've been stronger than the voice inside of my head that tells me I'm not good enough. And yeah, the truth is I've slaved to this content shit for about 3 years and I've made no progress and I've made basically no money for it. I made a coaching business about 8 months ago where I've only had one client. I've only had one singular client that believed in me. And that one client, he signed up twice. I retained him for 2 programs because he took a chance on me and realized that I do have the expertise to help him and I do have the life experience to make a true impact in his life. But I have gotten nothing since. I virtually get no messages. I virtually get no leads. A prospect call is few and far between these days. About once a month, I completely freak out and am stressed and question myself once again whether this is going to work, whether this is worth putting my energy into, whether I should pivot and start doing something else. But I always remember that fundamental feeling, that fundamental belief in that dream that I've always had to help other people and make a true impact. I always had this feeling within myself that I wasn't meant to be like everybody else, that I wasn't meant to take the traditional path. And throughout my life, there's just been more and more proof of that. I dropped out of college, I went against the grain and took a chance on myself. I live in Boston, one of the most expensive fucking cities in America at this point, maybe even in the world, and I'm just out here trying to make it happen. I work my fucking ass off as hard as I possibly can, week in, week out, day in, day out, and I just simply haven't gotten there yet. Reality hasn't caught up yet. And in no way do I victimize myself for it. Because honestly, I think it's a complete privilege to struggle towards my goals. I think it's a complete privilege to even know the purpose that I have on this planet. Because a lot of people die without ever figuring out who they truly wanted to be, what they truly believed in. And I, at 23 years old, first discovering it at 21 years old when I started making content, really just understand how much of a privilege it is to know what I want to dedicate my life to. I want to read this journal entry that I wrote when I was 17 years old in the worst moment of my life. I said my main goal in my life every day is to be the person that nobody is anymore. I want to be a genuine and caring individual, someone that you can trust with anything. I have always been so driven to make people happy. Every day when I wake up, it is my goal to exert positive energy into this negativity-filled world. Even in the most miserable time in my life, it was clear what I was put on this earth to do. And yes, I put a lot of effort into this shit, and I've really got nothing out of it. But I'm not in it for the gain for myself. I'm in it because I don't want people to feel the way that I always felt when I was depressed all those years. I never want somebody to get to that point in their life where they hate themselves so much, they hate their life so much, they hate the world so much that they just live in persisting misery. So instead of showing you a rented Porsche GT3 or a Lamborghini or whatever the fuck the internet is built off these days, I'm going to show you guys exactly what's going down. The fact that I've made virtually no money from my business, my videos virtually get no views, and I'm going to be the authentic person that nobody is willing to be. I don't care about being judged. I don't care about being perceived. This is my reality. This is my life. And one day, we're all going to look back on this video right here, and we're all going to see that I accomplished exactly what I said I would. And I'm going to bring every single one of you with me along on this journey, and we're all going to build each other up as we go. We're all going to learn. We're all going to get better each and every day together. We don't have to feel alone anymore. We don't have to feel like we're fighting this mission alone anymore. I'm going to give you the most genuine scope of what building a business looks like. Somebody that's actually showing up, somebody that's actually working as hard as they possibly can to make this thing happen until it happens. Because that self-belief, that dream that we all have, it's worth pursuing. No matter how long it takes, no matter how many trials and tribulations are in the way, we're all gonna fucking make it, and we're gonna do this shit together. So hit the sub button, and I'm gonna document this entire journey, and one day we're gonna look back on this exact moment and say, it was all worth it.